All right, so we're talking about refusing chemical tests. Chemical tests at the police station, meaning what kind of tests?
That's the test of the toxolyzer. That's the chemical, what they refer to the chemical test of your blood, breath, and urine. Blood test, urine test, breath test, going into the toxolyzer. If you refuse to take that test, you may be subject to losing your license for a year. Well, what will happen is when you are brought before the judge, you'll be informed that you refuse to take the test or you're accused of refusing to take the test, and you will be scheduled for a hearing, which is referred to as a refusal hearing, in the Department of Motor Vehicles shortly thereafter. That's a very, very important hearing that the client must go to. There are some lawyers that figure you're just going to lose it anyway, don't bother going, but it is filled with discovery that can be priceless to the defense of the DWI case. The police officer has to show up at the DMV and he has to testify. He testifies to why the car was stopped, how it was that the person was accused of a DWI, how it was that the person supposedly was informed of their rights to take the test, to refuse the test, and whether or not the person understood that if they refused the test, they could lose their license for a year. And after the police officer has finished testifying to his story, the attorney for the defendant, the accused, gets a chance to question the police officer. This is not only a lot of fun, but it brings out all the information that you never get on a regular DWI case until such time as there's a hearing or a trial. You get this information before the case even really gets to court the first or second time. So you have a phenomenal understanding, and it's very, very important that people don't miss this hearing. They attend it, and that they hire an attorney who knows how to handle these cases and knows how to cross-examine the police to get the information. Again, it's priceless.
Have you run into refusals that don't seem like refusals, where the person tried to blow and they just couldn't, or the person tried to pee and they just couldn't, and they were still told that they refused the test?
Absolutely. We have police officers who accuse people of not blowing hard enough. We have females, more than the males, but females who are crying and they're just not capable of blowing hard enough. People who have asthma can't blow hard enough. These are silly tests. There's a machine that you have to blow into until the machine stops and says you blew hard enough. Well, that's provided that the machine is working properly. And there is no method to see if the machine is working properly for the police officer. He pushes one button and the machine says it's good to go. So there are plenty of times that people say, I tried, I blew 2, 3, 4 times. I have people who actually blew hard enough in the machine and it turned out that the machine wasn't working properly and the machine just never gave a reading. And finally the police officer gave up and said it's a refusal. We have people who the police officer were mad at. I have a case we're handling that I have a witness who says, I heard your client, Mr. Sachs, say, I will take the test, and the police officer put it down as a refusal because they were mad at my client. So all of these things are possible, and all these things do happen.